creek used to sing. I carved our names in the bark of an old oak tree. The sun dipped low like it knew we had dreams. Now it's just shadows and whispers and a cool evening breeze. Memory drifts like dust on the trail, through abandoned cabins and past rusted rails. Every sunset bleeds the same deep red as the scarf you left on that old porch bed. Gravel roads echo where your laughter once flowed, an empty saddle and our dreams now foreclosed. Rain taps like fingers on a lonely window pane, whispering secrets of a love that waned. Memory drifts like dust on the trail, through abandoned cabins and past rusted rails. Every sunset bleeds the same deep red as the scarf you left on that old porch bed. Beneath the vast prairie sky, I reckon time's a thief in a ceaseless ride. But every star up there is a story we told, burning bright but old, growing cold. Memory drifts and I'm left here to stand with nothing but your shadow slipping through my hand. Those fading trails, they still call my name, but darling, without you it just ain't the same. Yes, memory drifts and I reckon it's time to ride into that sunset where our old love still shines.
In the shadow of an oak where the wild river bends, I found a piece of your scarf on the trail where summer ends. It's frayed and faded now, like the memory of your gaze, caught in the silver light of those long lost golden days. That scarf turned cold as the nights grew old, and you drifted away like the autumn leaves so bold under the whispering pines, where our secrets softly fold. I'm a lonesome shadow with your scarf turned cold. The cabin's empty, echoing each step I dare to make. Gravel roads to nowhere, each turn another ache. Where laughter danced on the porch, now only silence reigns. Your absence like the drought that yearns for winter rains. That scarf turned cold as the nights grew old, and you drifted away like the autumn leaves so bold under the whispering pines, where our secrets softly fold. I'm a lonesome shadow with your scarf turned cold. the ghost of town, past doors that creak no more. Every sunset bleeds the same onto the dusty floor. If love is a land to wander, I'm lost without a guide. Your scarf in my pocket and a storm inside. That scarf turned cold, my heart's still low, lost in the winds where our fading dreams are told on the endless skies. Where our wild loved ones stroll, I wander alone, with your scarf turned cold. Yes, I'm just a whisper, with your scarf turned cold. So I'll keep riding under these sprawling haunted skies. The trail never ends, like the sadness in your eyes. In the shadow of the oak, where the wildflowers hide, I first saw her smile by the riverside. Golden laughter in the air, scarf dancing with grace. Every memory of her is tied to this place. Sun setting low, painted sky so bold, in her eyes a story of old. The rain waits on the old porch swing, stirs the dust where we used to sing. Every drop's like a tear from the skies, echo in my heart's silent cries. This wandering soul beneath wide brims keeps riding on while the light dims. Years have turned, the cabins lay empty and still. Gravel roads forgotten, grass growing at its will. Where laughter once lived, now only winds reply. Echoes of what was beneath the endless sky. Her scarf found a home on a cold saddle horn, left me with the echoes of a love worn. The rain waits on the old porch swing, stirs the dust where we used to sing. Each drop's a fragment of past delights, fading trails in the failing lights. This wandering soul beneath wide brims keeps riding on while the light dims. Underneath the vastness where the quiet lands speak, I find her whispers in the creek. Though I roam forever, part of me stays entwined with her in the yesterdays. The rain still waits, it knows my name. On the old porch swing, nothing's the same. Time may pass, but my heart finds in every sunset her ties that bind this lonesome road, these wild domains. I ride alone, but the rain waits. Underneath that old oak tree, by the porch where we used to be, silent whispers of dust and leaves, singing tales of you and me. the scarves you hung on every hook. Now just shadows in every nook, cabin haunted by the love we took, and the heart you never forsook. Porch cries under moonlit skies, where our love once danced. Now my soul just sighs. Every creek and wood, a story told of a warm hand lost in this growing cold. Echoes of your laughter in the breeze, as the leaves rustle and the memories tease. Gravel roads where we once roamed, now past the solitude I call home. The saddle sits but rides no more, just like my heart, worn and torn. Well, change was not the setting sun, nor the trails we thought we'd always run. It was the fading of your gentle ways in the harsh light of our ending days. Porch cries under starlit realms, holding on to a ghost at the helm. Every sunset bleeds a deeper red, painting lost in the words unsaid. Whispers of you in the wind's mournful calls, as the horizon blurs and the nightfall falls. But here I stand where you left your mark, in the silent scream of the meadowlark, a lone figure against the vast open plains, learning to dance in the oncoming lows. So porch cries, and so do I, with the stars bearing witness in the sky. The oak still stands though the years pass by, holding memories that refuse to die. In the quiet of this lonesome view, I'll find the strength to start anew. But in every twilight's fading blue, my heart whispers back to you.
In the glow of the fading light drifts, under the whispering oak tree shade, we carved our names young and naive on that old porch where the summer winds played. Her laugh was a melody, soft as the dust that danced round our boots in the warm evening gust. Now the sun dips low and the shadows stretch long, her voice just an echo in the prairie song. The oak stands silent, the porch worn thin, in the fading light drifts where my heart still lives. Years have rolled like tumbleweeds past the dusty old cabin where memories were cast. The saddle sits empty, the trail's overgrown. A cowboy rides solo, his heart turned to stone. The scarf she once wore, now frayed by the breeze, hangs over my door, whispers sorrow and please. Now the sun dips low and the shadows stretch long, her voice just an echo in the prairie song. The oak stands silent, the porch worn thin, in the fading light drifts where my heart still lives. all but her sin. In the rain it haunts through it all as the stars peek through the cloak of the night. I reckon love's a journey, not just a plight. So the sun dips low and my dreams take flight. In the fading light drifts, I'll find my respite. The oak stands witness to all that's been. In the fading light drifts, love's gentle sin. In the fading light drifts, where my heart still lives. In the silence, my old soul forgives.
Underneath the morning sky that's tied down to a sleepy, dusty town, Immerse. There's an old oak where we carved our names. In the bark now weathered, just like my face. Saddle worn and leathery lies by the door of a cabin where your laugh once filled the air. Now the winds sing mournful through the boards, whispering tales of a love that's no longer there. And the sun sets low on the gravel road where you wave goodbye in a dress so light. These memories are like storms to me, they boat under the morning sky. I lose my fight each night, holding shadows, holding tight. Scars you left, they dance on the porch swing, in the rhythm of a ghostly absent sound. The paths we walk now overgrown, thin echoing, an emptiness that I have found. The rain taps softly on the window pane, where we watch the world in quiet peace. Now it just pours over my heart's terrain, muddying where once lay love's release. And the sun sets low on the gravel road where you wave goodbye in a dress so light. These memories are like storms to me, they boat under the morning sky. I lose my fight every night, holding shadows, holding tight. Out there the trails fade where the wild horses roam. I roam too with thoughts heavier than my head, learning that some heartbeats echo like a poem, and what's gone like dusk doesn't come back. So the sun dips low and I let you go, just a silhouette against the dying light. But in dreams you return, soft and slow, under the morning sky, my eternal night, forever holding you tight. Here, under the morning sky, tied down, forever bound, forever sound.
creeks like it used to, when you'd run out barefoot in the dew. Your laughter lived in every board, now silence echoes more and more. The porch swing sways like it knows your name, still dances in that old-time frame. I sat and watched the fireflies and heard your voice in the wind's disguise. The porch still remembers how we kissed in late September. Your head on my chest, the sky burnt red. Now it's just ghosts and things unsaid. The rocking chair, don't ask me why, but it groans like it's about to cry. Yeah, this old house don't feel like timber. It breathes, it aches, it still remembers. Coffee cup still on the sill, that rose you dried, it's hanging still. The light you loved in the kitchen, babe, still floods the floor the same old way. I fixed the roof you always nagged, but some holes just ain't meant to patch, like the one you left inside my chest, where love once lived now lays to rest. The porch still remembers all our storms and all our embers. The way you'd hum that country song, barefoot twirling all night long. Now it just creaks when no one's near and echoes back the yesteryear. This ain't a house, it's love's old ember, burning slow. It still remembers. I don't come here to rewind, just to touch what you left behind. If these walls could write a letter, they'd say we almost made it better. The porch still remembers, and it ain't forgiving, but it's tender. It don't blame, it don't cry, it just holds time as it goes by. So I'll sit here till the sun sets low, with your name in every shadow. And though you're gone, I still surrender to this porch that still remembers. On the outskirts of a dream, by the shadow of an oak, I trace the lines of laughter where your scarf once gently spoke. Underneath that aging porch, where the old wood barely stands, my boots still stir the dust up, like your fingers through my hands. But love said nothing as the silence filled the air, just the creaking of the saddle and a whisper of despair. The sunset bleeds like fire on horizons turning thin. Love said nothing, leaving me to the mercy of the wind. Those gravel roads we wandered
now just pathways to the past. The cabin stands abandoned, like the shadows that we cast. Rain taps on the rooftop, like the rhythms of your grace. But it's just the lonely heartbeat in this empty, quiet place. Love said nothing as the darkness hugged the light. Just the echo of your footsteps merging with the coming night. The stars above like watchers to a tale that's wearing thin. Love said nothing, leaving me to the mercy of the wind. And oh, how the prairies remember us, every laugh woven through the grass, every tear a drop of rain, turning trails to mud and glass. But as the moon climbs the back of the hills where once our dreams did soar, I find solace in the silence, though it pains me evermore. Love said nothing, not a farewell or a sigh, just the turning of the earth and the aching of the sky. Now I ride through fading trails where our memories have thinned. Love said nothing, but I still feel everything. Out where the oak tree shadows the old porch floor, stands a cabin, its windows don't shine no more. A scarf you left still dances with the wind, and the saddle we shared now dust covered and thinned. The abandoned ranch flew with your laughter, carried away. Echoes of footsteps in the hallway they play. Right in the tailwinds of memories turning gray, the sun dips low as our love did at the close of day. Gravel roads where the marks of an absent rain, trails we walk now only solitude remains. The town's lights dim like the spark we couldn't find. In the quiet I linger with you still on my mind. The abandoned ranch flew with your laughter, carried away. Echoes of footsteps in the hallway they play. Right in the tailwinds of memories turning gray, the sun dips low as our love did at the close of day. Beneath the vast sky I whisper to the stars how I wonder if you've healed the scars. Across these empty fields where my heart resides, I fend off the ghost of your
once knew underneath the cedar. I'm lost without you. With each setting sun and the cool evening dew, I'm a shadow in this land, forever passing through. The ranch flew away, but I never quite flew.
Down by the willow creek, where the water whispers low, she wore that flannel shirt, soft and faded aglow. Under the broad oak's arms, we carved our names in jest, promises on the wind, in that haven we'd rest. Flannel shirt closed her eyes as the sunset dyed the skies. Her laughter a melody, now just echoes in the guise. Old porch creaks alone, where her footsteps danced in tune. Every thread a memory under the waning harvest moon. Years swept the gravel roads, and the cabin's now bare. Scarf she left behind, scent of jasmine in the air. The trail's less trodden now, thistle's over what was ours. Dust settles on the saddle, like the silence between the stars. Flannel shirt closed her eyes as the twilight stole the dice. Her shadow in the doorway, a whisper of goodbye. Old porch creaks alone, with no laughter in its bones. Just a cowboy and his echoes, and a heart turned into stone. There beneath the endless plains, where the wild horses roam, I roam too, lost and found in the spaces she called home. With every setting sun, I see her face in the skies. A flannel shirt, a closed eyes, and a love that never dies. Flannel shirt closed her eyes, and the night sighs her cries. A dance of sparks in the dark, where old love never lies. I'll tread these trails alone, where our wild dreams once flew. In the quiet town of memory, where I'm lost, babe, without you. In the shadow of Lonesome Hill, beneath the old oak's arms, I carved our names inside a heart sworn safe from worldly harms. The wind whistled through the grasses, a tune so sweet and chill, where we danced on dusty moonlight round the bend by Lonesome Hill. Now the oak tree's old and bending, like the back of my worn-through soul, and your scarf still smells like wildflowers, but it feels so dreadful cold. The sun dips low on gravel roads where our dreams used to spill. My heart broke where the earth did shake. The night lonesome hill sank still. The porch we sat is weathered, the planks are cracked and gray. No more laughter soaks the sunrise since you went away. The rain taps on the empty cabin like time's soft remorseful thrill. The echoes of your footsteps haunt the paths near Lonesome Hill. Now the oak tree's old and bending like the back of my worn through soul. And your scarf still smells like wildflowers, but it feels so dreadful cold. The sun dips low on gravel roads where our dreams used to spill. My heart broke where the earth did shake. The night lonesome hill sank still. Sometimes the silence tells the tales we dare not speak, of the rugged hearts torn from their sleeves. Among these hills my spirit seeks the ghost of you that I can't release. So here's my song for Lonesome Hill, where whispers float in the nighttime air. I'm the shadow without your light, a silhouette of despair. And as the stars wheel over me, the pain is sharp and real. For you're a part of every stone, every sunset that hills conceal. My heart broke where the earth did shake. The night lonesome hill sank still.
In the heart of the valley, where the wild dandelions grow, I found her dancing soft silhouette against the sunset's glow. Underneath the oak trees, ancient watchful eyes, we carved her names bound by the land neath endless skies. Her laughter mingled with the summer breeze so light in that dandelion field where dreams held tight. Oh, but the winds, they change as winds are wont to do, and the seasons turn their back on what we thought we knew. Now the field lies empty, just like this cowboy's heart, where once was a blooming inn, now stands a barren star. Each petal flown like whispered dreams of the night in that dandelion field, held oh so tight. Years have ridden past like shadows cross the moon. The oak tree stands alone, the carving faded all too soon. Her scarf still clings to a branch, a flag of surrender to the time, while I wander gravel roads in solitude sublime. The cabin's quiet, porch swings empty like the echoes of her laugh, and I'm just a ghost in my own story, a photograph from the past. Oh, but the winds, they change as winds are wont to do, and the seasons turn their back on what we thought we knew. Now the field lies empty, just just like this cowboy's heart. Where once was a blooming end, now stands a barren star. Each petal flown like whispered dreams of the night. In that dandelion field, held oh so tight. So I'll ride these trails under skies wide and blue, searching horizons for a sign, for something true. But the truth is like the rain on this dusty beaten path. It washes away the reasons, leaves the aftermath. Oh, the winds, they've changed, left me to abide with the memories of dandelions and the tears I've tried to hide. But a love like wildflowers finds a way to endure in the heart of a cowboy, lonesome, solemn, and pure. Each petal flown like whispered dreams of the night. In that dandelion field where I'll hold forever tight. Out by the whispering creek where the oak trees weep, my boots stirred the dust, your scarf caught the breeze. We carved our names under that old porch light. Now I'm talking to shadows in the falling night. The creek sings low, a sorrowful sound, in the place where my heart first got bound. Oh, the creek haunts with its lonely call, where our echoes lie neath the twilight shawl. Every stone and turn, a memory's breath, and the quiet sobs of the stream. I feel your depth, the sunset bleed, it knows my cost. At the creek haunts, where I loved and lost. Years rolled like the wheels down a gravel road. The cabin's empty, the fire's cold. Your laughter's a ghost in the rustling leaves. And I'm a shadow man with a heart that grieves. The trails we walk now overgrown. In the creek haunts I wander alone. Oh, the creek haunts with its mournful sigh, where dreams drift like clouds in a stormy sky. Each whisper in the wind, your name it calls amongst the crumbling pines and the weeping falls. The dust settles deep where our love was tossed. At the creek haunts, where I loved and lost. And oh, my sweet, does the wind carry cries to the stars above from my tear-dimmed eyes? For each night I lay by these haunted streams, you visit me softly in the thorns of my dreams. Yes, the creek haunts with its lonesome moan, a cradle of echoes where I've grown old. The shadows stretch as the day departs in the creek haunts amidst broken hearts, a silhouette against the fading gloss. At the creek haunts, where I loved and lost. So I'll saddle my sorrows, ride the dusty dawn, by the creek that haunts where you're forever gone. And maybe these trails under skies vast and blue
will one day heal the scars of losing you. But until then, in the dust I'll trust at the creek homes where I loved and lost.
Out where the oak tree shadows lay long, under the whispers of the prairie song, sparrow listened on a wire old and frayed to the size of my heart, like a serenade by the dusty cabin where we once danced, where love was born in a fleeting glance. Change, as do hearts, and sparrows fly where morning starts. But my soul's tethered to that porch of pine under stars, where your hand slipped from mine. Sparrow listened as we said goodbye. The sunset wept in a crimson sky. Gravel roads now less traveled by, creek beds dry where we used to lie. An old scarf clings to a branch turned gray, like the color of skies on a stormy day. Echoes of laughter, the shutter slams, silence fills the air as the door frame jams. My soul's tethered to that porch of pine under stars, where your hand slipped from mine. Sparrow listened as we said goodbye. The sunset wept in a crimson sky. Fading trails, the hoof prints disappear, just like us, swallowed by the years. A lone saddle resting by the shed, memories of you dancing in my head. Sparrow flies, but the story's told in the whispering winds, so raw, so cold. Cost, and sparrows find all that we have lost. Still my soul's tethered to that porch of pine under stars, where forever seemed fine. Sparrow listened, oh sparrow knows, in the quiet towns where the heartache grows, by the fading light where shadows play. I'll sit and wait for the break of day. In the shadow of the oak where wild daisies lie, I first saw her 'neath that vast frontier sky. Her laughter danced with the breeze so free. In that old ghost town, she left her mark on me. Her eyes, they lingered on a sunset's gold, fleeting as a whisper, but in my soul they hold. A scarf of crimson tangled in the sage bound my heart to hers in an unspoken cage. Her eyes linger in the twilight's weep,
Echoes of goodbyes too heavy to keep, in every dusty trail and every storm that breaks. Her gaze a haunting promise that never forsakes. Years rode by, the cabins fell to decay, and the gravel roads slowly faded away. But her scarf still hangs on that lonely porch swing, a testament to love and its perennial sting. The rains came down on the plains, so harsh, so wild, each drop a memory of the love we compiled. But the oak tree stands staunch against the wind's howl. Underneath, I'm just a ghost of what once was a lone fowl. Her eyes linger in the twilight's weep, echoes of goodbyes too heavy to keep, in every dusty trail and every storm that breaks. Her gaze a haunting promise that never forsakes. Now I'll roam these lands with her ghost by my side, a love lost to the winds, but in my heart she'll abide. An old saddle, an empty trail, the places we've been, in the silence of the desert, her spirit I glean. Her eyes linger like the last light on the ridge, a remnant of a dream from a long fallen bridge. And as the stars blanket the night with their glow, I hold on to the past, the only love I'll ever know. Her eyes linger and oh, how they still gleam, in the quiet of the night, in the depths of my dream. Her eyes linger in the twilight's weep, echoes of goodbyes too heavy to keep, in every dusty trail and every storm that breaks. Her gaze a haunting promise that never forsakes.
Shadow of the oak tree's ancient arms, where the wildflowers whisper to the dawn, I saw her last, where the river kissed the farm, her smile a fleeting summer's sweetest charm. But her eyes like dusk, chasing day, shut the door on our love, turned my sky to gray. Her eyes shut the door, left a silence in the wind, echoes of footsteps where our dreams had been. The porch lights faded, no more shadows cast. Her eyes shut the door on the future, on the past. The saddles gathered dust, the cabin's cold and bare, gravel roads wind lead me to nowhere. Each sunset bleeds into a lonesome hue, the trails we walked are fading just like the truth. In the town where laughter danced in her voice, now stands a quiet, hollow, forgotten choice. Her eyes shut the door, left a silence in the wind, echoes of footsteps where our dreams had been. The porch lights faded, no more shadows cast. Her eyes shut the door on the future, Now the rain speaks soft on the old tin roof, a symphony for ghosts, a bitter truth. A scarf she left still smells like pine, a token of love lost, not left behind. Her eyes shut the door and the night steals in. I'm a shadow in the dust, I might have been, as the stars look down with indifferent light. Her eyes shut the door, but my heart holds tight. Her eyes shut the door, I'm lost yet roam. Her eyes shut the door on this heart, her home. In the shadow of the oak, where the wild ride hides, I first saw her silhouette against the amber tides. Her laughter mixed with wind, playing through the scars, dancing along the gravel paths where our love was carved. Oh, the ride hides secrets in its whisper and sway, memories like dust kicked up then blown away. With every sunset's glow I feel her near, yet as night descends so does my deepest fear. The years have worn the saddles and the porch wood sighs, echoes of her footsteps under stormy skies. The cabin stands empty, the trail's overgrown. Where once we roamed freely, now I walk alone. Oh, the ride hides secrets in its whisper and sway, memories like dust kicked up then blown away. With every sunset's glow I feel her near, yet as night descends so does my deepest fear. Beneath the endless heavens I cast my weary soul, searching in the starlight for what once made me whole. The heart's a lonesome traveler through time's relentless grind, holding on to images that I'll never find. Yes, the rye still hides her whispers in the breeze, and I'm clinging to the whispers like the oak to its leaves. In the twilight's mercy I may never understand if it's in my fate to hold her or just her memory in the land. In the shade of the old oak tree, by the creek where we once lay, I found a faded scarf you wore, now colors turned to gray. The wildlands whisper through the grass where our laughter used to sound. A lone cabin stands beneath the hill where our dreams were tightly bound. But now the wind sings lonesome through the sagewood thin and dry. Moonlight dances on the gravel road where we said our last goodbye. Each sunset bleeds a deeper red like the heart I can't reclaim. For in the
dust of trails long gone, all that's left your name. Years rode by on thundering hooves, over stones that mark the miles. The town's old porch creaks underfoot, echoing the missing smiles. Your laughter's just a ghost now, in the shadows that I roam. This wanderer's heart beneath white skies, forever doomed to roam. But still the wind sings lonesome through the sagewood, thin and dry. Moonlight fades on the lonely roads where we said our last goodbye. Every star a piercing reminder of the eyes that match their gleam, lost in the dust of trails long gone, buried in a dream. Sometimes late at night, I swear I hear the whisper of your voice, floating across the valleys, making my weary heart rejoice. But dawn breaks harsh on hills of silence, each day reborn anew, with nothing but the ache inside, the memories of you. So I'll ride on with the sunset, my shadow long and lean, chasing echoes of what we were and places we've once been. Though the wind still sings through sagewood and the road stretches behind, the hardest trails are those we walk in the memories left behind. In the dust of trails long gone, my heart forever confined.
They told me life's a highway with signs and lines to guide the way, but I don't trust no painted road when the wind whispers where I should go. I ride where the silence calls, sleep under stars, not concrete walls. I'm not lost, I'm just unseen by folks who dream inside routines. There's no map for me, no dotted line, no destiny. I don't need a town or name to feel the fire run through my veins. Some chase gold, some chase fame. I just chase the sound of rain on a roof that ain't nailed to a street. Yeah, there's no map for me. My boots are worn, but they still sing. With every mile I feel less cling to people who said settle down, as if freedom's something shameful now. I've loved and left, I've drunk and prayed, and I've been haunted by what I stayed. But I've never lied to the man I see, staring back from the mirror at me. There's no map for me, no promises or guarantee. You can't chart a heart like mine on paper lines or county signs. Some folks drift and some folks flee, but I was born to walk and be where the soul feels wide and the mind breathes deep. That's why there's no map for me. I'm running, but boy, I'm chasing the kind of peace you can't find in waiting out where the coyotes know your name. You find what's real inside the flame. There's no map for me, and I don't need your sympathy. I've made my bed in dust and grace and wore my scars like leather lace. So let me roam, don't beg me stay. My kind don't bloom, we blaze away. And if I die on some forgotten street,
still home to me.
On the ridge where the oak tree shadows lay, I left my heart in the fabric, fray and gray, that scarf you gave on a cold frontier day. Still ties me to whispers where wild horses play. Every gust along that gravel road tangles in threads where our love once flowed. Oh, the scarf stays in the winds of the wasted plains, holding tight to a ghost town's window panes. Under skies too wide to hold our dreams, it's just me and the echoes of your scenes. Time's hands pulled us like the river bends from those golden trails to separate ends. The porch got old and the cabin door creaks, but your smile in the dust is what my heart seeks. Now I roam with the twilight's crimson bleed, a lone rider with only memories to feed. Yes, the scarf stays in the winds of the wasted plains, holding tight to a ghost town's window panes. Under skies too wide to hold our dreams, it's just me and the echoes of your scene. By the flicker of the campfire's dying light, I see your face in the stars each lonesome night. Maybe all that's left is for me to roam, finding solace in the saddle, forever home. And the scarf stays as the world turns beneath the stars, wrapped around the pain of old forgotten scars. In the silence of the hills where the cold winds moan, I've let you go, but this scarf won't leave me alone. Oh, I've let you go, but this scarf won't leave me alone.